Hey everyone, 11:14:15 here, and first I wanted to start off by saying that I'm bringing back my old format where in the description of the video I'm going to have the times that each separate exercise starts and maybe some description in there on what's going on. And the second thing is, since so many of the people that actually watch the video are actually using kilograms to work out, I'm going to try and include kilograms for everything that I'm doing in both what I'm saying in the commentary and on the bottom of the screen where I put the weights. So to start off, continuing my bench plan, starting with the 5x5, really light still at 215. You can see this is moving pretty easy. Granted, I'm still not fast. I am looking at probably getting my check that I've been waiting for a while in 1 to 2 weeks and getting a new rack. One of the best things about the rack I'm looking at getting is it has pins for straps and bands. So I'm going to hopefully be getting that in the next month before Christmas, and I'm hoping with the bands, which are much cheaper than chains. I know chains are awesome, they're really cool to have and work out and build your lockout strength and speed. Bands are just cheaper and they do the same thing. So I'm hoping that'll help me on the speed, but I've never been a very fast lifter. So again, this was 215 pounds or 97.5 kilograms, and really hoping that it's gonna keep going up this easily. Now I moved into the sets of triples. Again, the workout called for 3 sets of triples at 255 pounds or 115.67 kilograms. So this is getting a little bit slower, a little bit harder, and as I detailed when I went into what the bench plan was, eventually I'm not going to be able to do the 3 sets of triples after the 5x5, and then I will slowly reduce how many reps I can do, or possibly sets. So it might be 2 sets of 3 and 1 set of 2, and then 2 sets of 3, 1 set of 1, things like that. Now I moved into the slingshot work. You can see there it's nice and cold. I did have to take off my jacket to try and get the slingshot on because it was not going to fit. Now we're moved up to 275 pounds or 127.7 kilograms, and the goal here was to do 3 sets of 6. So you can see this first set, I'm still pretty happy with this, but you'll notice even though the slingshot's helping me out and acting as an aid on the bottom, I'm still not that fast throughout the movement. That's definitely something that I'm going to have to continue to work on. I'm slow in everything though. I think it's just part of who I am and how I lift, and I need to break that. The faster I can be, the more power I can generate. This is set 2. Again, still going pretty easy, and nothing really to say about set 2. Felt good. Started getting hard towards the end, but definitely still happy that I'm getting the amount of reps that I was hoping for. The last workout I did miss one of the slingshot reps, which is not something that I thought was going to be a problem, but I think I rushed how fast I came back. Didn't rest long enough. I like to keep the rest periods somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes as I'm working heavier. You know, when I'm warming up, maybe even under a minute to 2 minutes. And just the heavier I go, the more rest I like to do in between sets. I want to make sure that I'm not going to give up form for rest. Now that I'm going back into the overhead press, I left off last time at 125 pounds, and this is 135 pounds or 61.2 kilograms. Tried to just go for 10, see if I could do that, and it was quite a challenge. I definitely having my triceps beaten up right now after all of that bench pressing, but I got 10 reps. Wasn't easy, but I got it. And then I decided, since I did get 10 there, I was going to do the same thing, up 20 pounds. So went from 135 to 155, or 70.3 kilograms. And this one, the goal was to get 8, and 8 felt alright, and I got 9, so I was pretty happy with that overall. Again, it's not as fast now because there is some weight here, but this was something that I could get quite a few reps on before I was injured. And just because I did get more than I was planning on there, I decided let's throw 175 on the bar, or 79.3 kilograms. And this was a lot harder. Definitely did not have the tricep strength or endurance to push this. Look at that 4th rep, just a grinder there. And I decided, you know what, that's enough weight. I'm already slow and grinding. Let's call it there. Keep the shoulder safe. But I am excited that I got that weight up there. So this is now on to Farmer's Pick. This is 215 pounds per hand, or 97.5 kilograms per hand. So in total that's 430, or 195 kilograms. And just try and do a quick set of 10 here. Really work on the traps and the quads. That's primarily what this works for me. Doesn't really help much with the lockout for a deadlift like you would see a lot of people's form for me, because I do keep that back pretty upright. I think it helps with the squat. Set 2, I moved it up to 235 pounds per hand, or 106.5 kilograms per hand. So that brings it to 213 kilograms total, or 470 I guess in pounds. And again, just trying to get a set of 10, really work on that. And this really was starting to hurt my hands, mostly because I haven't done these in a while. Also because, admittedly, I do have girly hands, or baby hands if you prefer. They are not good for this, and especially in the cold. And the last set, took it up to 265 pounds per hand, or 530 pounds total. In kilograms, it's 120.2 per hand, or 240.4 total. So this one I didn't get as many reps. My hands just did not like this at all. So definitely going to have to build back up to these. I used to be able to handle picks all day without the grip bothering me. Not this heavy though. I think my most I've done with 265 per hand was like 4. And of course, got to work on that posterior chain still. So glute ham raise, just getting a couple warm-ups there. And then through a 25-pound plate behind my head. As I said, I'm doing these with the plate behind my head now because it is so much harder. It definitely works everything a lot harder. In kilograms is 11.34. And you can see there I had to adjust my knee. I really at some point need to get a better GHR bench, something that has a wider pad, maybe a split pad. You guys know what I mean about the split pad. And definitely wider pads for the feet. I have a pretty wide base in my legs. They don't like being close together. And my feet keep wanting to slide off the sides of the pads. So just everything I do is fairly wide. My farmer's pick's wide, squats wide, overhead press wide, deadlift wide. So I would like to be able to do this wide because I think it would be more specific to what I'm doing. But first set I only got about 7 reps, and the second one did get the reps I was hoping for. And it's just really, really hitting the hamstrings hard. And I am really happy about this. Surprisingly, again, already my hamstrings are no longer getting sore. So I think they've adapted to the stimulus. This next week I'm going to be adding a little bit more weight to the good mornings. Gonna try and keep doing the hip extensions and keep working on that. And to finish it off, I wanted to do some seated pulley rows with a bar. Again, last video I used a bar, found that I got a lot more range of motion. The V grip was hitting my belly too early and not giving me enough. So I just want to do one set with this. It's 200 pounds, so about 90.7 kilograms, and just to get it sore. And believe me, my traps were really sore. Alright, that's it.
Ow.
Have a good workout session, everybody.
Camera fun.